Then I saw Capitol buildings, Capitol Hill or Capitol something, because it was written Capitol, but I can see the building, and the angel was over that place between that and the White House, whipping over the Capitol Hill. And the angel said, the Lord is saying, these are the people that devise mischief for my people. So you're going to see embarrassments, exposures. In the highest corridors of power in America, you will see exposures.
So post 2021, so this is last year, 2024, we spent $697 million of the taxpayers' dollars in Afghanistan, including $534,719,000 in change from USAID in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is ruled by folks named Sarayuddin Haqqani. The Haqqani network mean anything to anybody in the room? How about Abdullah bin Laden? Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding.
$1.5 million for DEI in Serbia, $47,000 for transgender operas in Colombia, $2 million. The former ambassador to Guatemala talked to me about this, $2 million for transgender surgeries in conservative country like Guatemala. It's a long list. When USAID funded scholarships for people who became terrorists like Anwar al-Awlaki, we've sent, under the guise of USAID, we sent money to UNRWA, which returned funds directly to Hamas. In blatant violation of U.S. law, the Helms Amendment, PEPFAR has funded abortions and killed babies. What is happening in Africa is just the tip of the pro-abortion iceberg that the Biden administration weaponized aid agencies into. It also happens to be against the law that Congress has passed. So USAID funded independent media, so-called, in Hungary, but it was actually trying to run a color revolution playbook to overturn the government, very popular government of Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who's a NATO ally. So let's be clear, this cultural revolution playbook hasn't just been weaponized against allies in foreign countries. It's been brought home and weaponized against our own citizens right here. If you had unapproved opinions of COVID vaccines or origins of COVID, or maybe the Hunter Biden laptop story, there's almost certainly a puppet NGO working overtime on taxpayer dollars, which contradicts the word NGO in the first place, to shut down or deplatform speech in America. That's a clear violation of the First Amendment. So, look, our staff has heard every day from terrible stories about the abuse of our government in conflict with our own national interest in places like Uganda, where if they don't embrace aborting babies, they will be retaliated against and have aid taken away from them.
I was made aware of the funding from USAID to media outlets, including Politico, who I know has a seat in this room. And I can confirm that the more than $8 million taxpayer dollars that have gone to essentially subsidizing subscriptions to Politico on the American taxpayers' dime will no longer be happening. The Doge team is working on canceling those payments now.
Powered by the Holy Spirit, Uebert Angel. More up to date than tomorrow's newspaper.